Hey, welcome to the podcast. This is Clink 45, where we talk about almost anything. We change subjects every month, and we only have about 4 to 5 episodes we're assuming that we're going to do every month based on Thursdays. We will make them on Thursdays, and they'll probably get put out sometime Sunday or Saturday, depending on. And the two people that are hosting this, obviously me being one of them, TheMexicanPug, and my co-host,
Rescuedskink, what's up? I'm dead. I guess I'm existing. Oh, this is already off to a great start. So, what's the topic for this month?
Cryptids.
Spooktober.
Yeah.
Starting into a fairly topical one that we felt held the theme of spookiness. We figured we'd talk about cryptids. And since we don't want to just go off of things everyone's heard, but at the same time we don't want to skip over the things that are important, we figured that the way we're going to do this is at the beginning, we're going to talk about the weirdest to most non-believable cryptids we can think of to more realistic and maybe even a spooky cryptids. I don't know, one of the two. Whether you believe in them or not, it should just in general be something. So yeah. So far we prepared each at least one cryptid. So who wants to go first, you or me?
Personally, I think yours would be a better one to start off with, at least your first one.
Yes.
So we will start off with whatever you got coming.
All right. So, to kick us off, have you ever heard of the Pigman?
Only once from you, but you've briefly explained it to me. So.
Exactly. So, to give you a little bit of a clarity, and this is the origin. By the way, I should probably be more specific about where he comes from. It's like Camp Canuck. Camp Canuck or something like that.
What is he, Jason?
I don't know.
Camp Crystal Lake?
But he comes from a small town. I didn't look up the state.
Just a small town girl.
Living in a lonely world. Well, that's actually strangely accurate compared to the urban history of this sexy beast. So, here's the origin. And this is what the people genuinely believe and say is accurate. Some people may say it's not, but it is. I believe. So, you know how World War II was a thing? You know how the Nazis existed?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so in the middle of that, Britain and America were like, hey, you want to do a group project? And they were like, yeah, let's do this. So they started doing weird and unethical experiments, allegedly. They kidnapped a young female, hypnotized her, then impregnated her with pig.
That's not how biology works.
Apparently American biology or whatever. I don't know. But they basically impregnated her with pig DNA. And after like 10 months of observation, they were like, oh, I forgot to clarify. You know why they did this?
Why?
To create a test subject that they aren't familiar with its biology. They wanted a reliable test subject. Like, we know human anatomy, we know pig anatomy. What if we fucking combine them? That way we double understand it. It makes no fun. Okay. But anyways, 10 months passed. They think it didn't work. Surprise, it was just a delayed pregnancy. The baby comes out, has a fucking pig snout and face, but is a normal baby. And then this is a real kicker in the continuity. It just fucking goes in the woods. They don't say it escaped. They just said it ran into the woods to avoid human eyes. Or to avoid human judgment.
See, I think more or less, this sort of relates to a sense of they didn't want it. So I think the best thing in their situation was
don't fucking kill it. Throw it in the woods.
Yeah, throw it in the woods. It'll die off on its own. We won't kill a child. That's morally wrong. We'll just make it run away into the woods.
Yeah. What am I? Some sort of brainiac? So that would have been something in and of itself, but the fact that they describe it like it's a normal, like an actually normal person, because like when you're talking cryptids, you want to go for monsters, right? You want to go for something inhumane, something that you can't possibly fathom existing. With this, they're like, he's just a normal dude. He's just got a pig face. But then you go to some of the sightings. Oh. So let me sum this up for you, okay? In one sighting, a couple was out on a walk near a woods. Okay? They're doing their thing. They're out on a walk near a woods. They hear some noises in the woods, like, and they think it's a couple having sex. That's actually in the sighting. That's not there for a joke. They think it's a couple having sex, and they're like, oh, let's get away from them. So they start going back to the woods. Just sitting in the... Okay. But... So they go to the woods, and they hear... So the woman turns around to see a 7-foot-tall man with a pig face. Now, that would have been normal, except for the fact that they said he was fully dressed in clothing. Why? Why? Where did he get the clothes? Why is he wearing the clothes? And if he's normal, why is he in the woods?
We got a furry, boys.
We got... This sighting makes no sense to me. Because even if you wanted to explain it, you want people... Okay, say you're faking it. Why would you say he's wearing clothes? Next thing you know, you're going to say, he helped me with my math homework and helped repair our flat tire. While he did that, he punched a hole in time and space, leaped through a portal, came out with fucking Lucky the Leprechaun, threw him in our trunk, and we extorted him for college funds. If you want to go ridiculous, just go ridiculous. Don't say he has clothes and make us expect it to be true.
It's one sophisticated pig, if you ask me.
Apparently, because, again, okay, and also, say he is a normal dude. Why the fuck is he 7 feet tall? He's a genetic pig hybrid. Fuck you! They combined pig DNA with human DNA. Pigs aren't big. They're like fat, but they're not tall. What, did he get the extra foot from like them being a foot tall? I'm sorry. It's just, there's a second one. There's a second sighting. I didn't just stop at one. I got two.
Go for it. Gun it.
Except I think this one's funnier. Because while the other one, these two kind of contradict each other. So, there's this dude camping in the woods. Completely unrelated to the story, but I don't know why the guy included it. He had a campfire by the woods. The cops came by and were like, put that out. And he was like, no. And then they drove away. So,
I'll let you know right now, though, that last story made me picture a human with a pig head wearing a suit and tie. Completely clothed.
I imagined a business casual. Like, not exactly a suit and tie, but like business casual, like...
Just somewhere along the lines.
Yeah, like you just got out from the office, you went on a day golfing. You know, with the boys.
He was like, honey, I'm home.
Cracking
open. She turned around and she was like, hey.
She's got a cat face. She's a cat.
She got Stuart Little as her child.
Oh my god. I want to see that spin-off movie now. Stuart Little raised by Pigman and, I don't know, Were-Tiger. Bigfoot's the uncle. Oh, jeez. But, okay. So, the guy put out the campfire. He decided to go into the woods, set up his tent. And his friends that he was camping with went to work. And he was like, hey, come back. We're going to do camping the next day. And they were like, sounds good. And they stood him up. So, he stayed in the woods, pissed. He spent pounds, 600 pounds on his camping equipment, so he was not very pleased.
So we got a UK man.
Yeah, we do got a UK man. So he was in this tent and he heard shuffling outside his tent. Hold on. Yeah, I heard that. Decided to go out and investigate with his 22-inch machete that he said he packed.
He had to specify 22 inches?
Yeah. 22 inches.
Compensation?
Wouldn't be surprised if he said it was serrated.
I told you it was Jason.
Maybe. I mean,
This is just his origin story.
I mean, just wait, all right? So, he goes out to investigate and sees a 7-foot-tall naked pigman on all fours around his tent as he looks at him. And they look at each other. And he looks at him. And he looks at it. And it looks at him. And after about 10 seconds, he takes off squealing at the man. Gets up and on 2 feet and starts running squealing at the dude who drops the machete and outruns a 7-foot-tall pig human hybrid. You try and outrun a normal pig. All right, now you think you outrunning Pigman? This guy apparently did. Made it to his car, drove away.
It's Jason, bro. He left his machete there. He shouldn't have did that.
Maybe. It's possible. It's possible that this is just a spin-off Friday the 13th. Camp Canuck or something. Feel free to look it up.
Yeah, Kenneth Kniff.
Yeah, Kenneth Kniff.
From Eminem. Thank you for that.
Dude, where was that from again?
Kenneth
like,
Kniff?
Yeah, I know it was from Eminem, but like, what song or...
He did a lot of parodies of it. It was supposed to be like a really creepy, like, rapey gay dude. Very sensitive subject.
I can't imagine that going wrong.
Yeah, that was way back in the 2000s.
Yeah, back in the 2000s. That's just an Xbox party chat. So,
playing COD with the boys. You already know what time it is.
Playing COD with the boys.
It's late Monday night because you haven't corrected your sleeping schedule from the weekend and
slinging racial slurs at some black dude just because he killed you with a combat knife. And he's slinging racial slurs back at you.
You know,
it's because you died to the combat knife.
He's calling you weak. He says you got a gun because you're compensating.
Imagine trying. I remember the combat knife used to be so stupid back then. Nowadays they just dropped it, and now you just punch people, which I think is lame. What happened to the little arm movement?
They're making us into super soldiers.
Yeah. Like, they're just making us punch, but the thing is, we have to punch them 3 times, and it's like, okay, well, if you hit 3 shots, the guy's gotta be dead. But I just want a panic knife, you know? Let us panic knife.
Yeah.
Make that person break his controller. They buy your controller, you get more money, panic knife. Come on, Xbox, PS4, make it happen. Not you, PC. You fucking stink. I am PC, so I can say that.
You're just an alpha gamer, you know.
Yeah, I'm an alpha. I'm an alpha pig male. I'm an alpha pig man.
you know what they say about the console wars? You gotta look at it as a beneficial view as all of them. You know, Xbox has got the overall, you know, the more freer community, where PS4 has the better games. Sony does, at least. They have the better, you know, limited edition games on their side.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nintendo.
That's true.
Don't at me.
That's true. I'm just saying.
Super Mario All-Stars.
PC
slaps. Just saying.
PC overall, it's a better running graphics wise. You know, CPU, graphics card, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm not a tech guy that much, but you know, overall, it's got a better running. You know, until supposedly the hyped up Xbox X comes out. You know, you never know. But back to the subject.
Back to the subject of Pigman, the most terrifying. Oh, jeez. I just had to remember, because the talk about Pigman got me to remember. You remember Goatman?
Oh boy, the one that who's their names? Unsolved did a review.
BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Love them.
It's Shane's Bridge now.
Yeah.
The old Alton Bridge now belongs to Shane legally. That's like 4.5 stars. Huh? People got to the other side of the bridge. Did have to pay a toll. It was great. Weird goat thing, but I call it scenery.
Yeah, the goat's just sort of sitting in a tree looking at people crossing as it's angry because it didn't show up Shane. It was too scary.
Pay the toll.
No, this is Shane's version. Let's say she's Shane here, you know.
Yeah. But the reason why I brought it up was, did you know that people started a cult around it?
Yeah. Didn't Ryan, he talked about that one.
I don't remember that, but
No, he did.
I remember looking into it later, and someone like started a cult.
Yeah.
And they're like diehard for it. I'm not sure if
would,
they've killed anyone yet.
They said they did sacrifices out there, at least from what I remember.
Well, I believe they sacrificed like rats or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but
If it was like people, the police would be shutting this shit down now.
Yeah.
I don't want no goat bitch in here. But yeah, it reminded me because there was a cult that did that like stayed around the bridge. It went on it. I'm pretty sure they had orgies on there once.
What?
Yeah, if I remember correctly. I was reading an article on it. And there was one time when like a cop walked in, there were like a bunch of people fucking each other on the bridge.
You know, there's probably a reason Ryan didn't cover that.
Sexual pleasure pleases Goatman. Why would they not fuck on Goat? Maybe because Goat.
I mean,
I could think of multiple reasons not to fuck on Goatman's bridge. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just saying. Lucifer, he enjoys himself a good couple of sacrifices and orgies. Yeah. Why not Goatman?
And I think the better question is, why is Goatman being worshipped? Just so you can cross the bridge? Is that the toll you have to pay?
For the same reason that anything else is worshipped, from and this is not to make fun of religions, by the way. In case you
making fun of cults.
Yeah, cults.
Like
for whatever
Scientology.
reasons, I can understand maybe worshiping like elephants or cows. They're very peaceful creatures, but a goat.
Not a goat. Goat man.
Yeah.
Magic goat man. Demon goat man. Powerful goat man. That doesn't grant wishes, only throws people off bridges.
Yep. Kills you.
Kills you. Mm-hmm.
And he's also a peeping Tom, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And he likes to hypnotize people to make them get hit by trains.
Yep.
That's a... Wait, why is there a train near a bridge? Like, okay, that sounds obvious.
Was there a train there?
I think there's a train near
I never saw it,
I think there's a train
I don't think
near
they talked about that in Unsolved either.
Maybe not.
Calling you out, Unsolved, you should have talked about it.
Yeah.
I watched all your marathons. I'm about to watch Marathon 6. I'm calling you out. If you hear this, you better review it.
I could be wrong, but I remembered them saying something about like a dude and his girlfriend were near Goatman's bridge. And
then,
and then the one chick was like, and the train, boom, and then everyone was like, Goatman did it. She loved her life.
There was no way she would have committed suicide. I can't stop imagining like.
No way it was a dumb broad. It had to be Goatman.
There's no way.
The boyfriend said they're like, yeah. It's
Goatman. I saw it with my own eyes.
Secret story would be like, hey, get a closer look. It was Goatman. The cops are fucking head up their own ass.
We don't know what happened. We can't find any body parts. I wonder why.
Because Goatman ate them.
Yep. It's totally not the fact that it was hit by a high-speed train going 58 miles an hour. It's not like you would have been hit so hard. Probably would have been flattened.
Flattened.
Ripped up into little pieces.
Yeah.
Unless, Goatman.
Yeah. Okay, so now the reason why I brought up Goatman's bridge was because I was thinking, if Goatman gets a bridge and Bunnyman gets a tunnel, what does Pigman get?
He gets a trough.
Gets a trough.
A trough full of food.
Trough. And everyone has a threshold to cross. You just walk by. Howdy, partner.
You gonna eat from this trough? You eat from this trough, you gotta pay.
So many people. Except, yeah, he can't talk. He just goes.
Yeah, it's just Waddles from Gravity Falls talk,
It's Buff Waddles.
Buff Waddles.
It's Buff Waddles.
This is a unanimous agreement.
Yeah. Jeez, hold on. Is this mine? I think it's mine. Yes.
It's yours. Alright, is that it on him?
I think that's more or less it. We don't have any recorded killings by Pigman. Attempted murder, but apparently he sucks at it.
Yeah, too slow, too fat.
Too slow, too fat, 7 feet tall. Don't mind that.
It's just overweight Jason. Didn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, Jason just kind of walked and he still killed everyone. Pigman just kind of squealed.
Well, Jason can teleport now.
That's
or at least
true.
he's believed. And in the remake, he can sprint at super high speed, superhuman, and he can jump on top of 50-foot tall mansions.
Why?
I don't know. Nobody liked the remake.
I don't imagine that people did.
No, nobody. No, he can throw. Actually, I wouldn't say this too far off, but he could throw axes up to like 100 feet with perfect precision. You know, I'm not sure about you, but just because you're supernatural does not mean you are still not disabled.
Yeah. I mean,
you're a giant disabled child throwing axes.
that's physically disabled. Have to clarify. We're not attacking the disabled. He just was deformed and turned into a murderer. I swear, if people get offended at making fun of Jason, you know,
he's good. He didn't kill people in the movie.
Yeah, it's not like
he's a serial killer. Get over it.
Yeah, fake one, but you know,
nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well then, moving on, I guess.
Yeah. All right. What do you have?
I have one, but interesting enough, two different versions of the story. So
we got a naked pigman and a clothed pigman. What do you got?
We got the Dobar Chew, a hound otter-like creature. It is very aggressive, and there's been sightings since 1684. I think there was one pretty recent as almost, I think, 2003. So that's there. It's known for killing humans and dogs. It lives in the British Islands, or at least it first inhabited there. They live in lakes, rivers, and seas. They not only do they travel in groups and pairs, but if one is killed, the lover or the mate of that one will be called for backup and avenge its loved one. So we have, I'm not sure if this is normal for other animals. I can maybe see babies, like a mother and a baby, and the mother goes after what killed its baby.
Mm-hmm.
But avenging, that's quite the word, because avenging really means to get revenge for somebody who died, your loved one. So for an animal to have such a complex...
What if it just happened to fall down in front of a baby and they just assume?
I don't know.
Hey, yo, get Jimmy, stop this one out! Fuck. I keep forgetting that I'm vibrating the mic.
But yeah, no. And when dying, if it does get its chance, and if it does call its lover or mate, it lets out a high-pitched squeal.
Like Pigman.
Yeah, like a, not literally, but, high-pitched squeal. So that it, the lover and the mate knows. My question is, if they like living in such deep areas...
Did you ever say how big it was?
Well, they don't give a specific size, but they say it's bigger than humans, or most of the time they are.
They are humans.
They're bigger than humans.
Oh, okay.
Larger. So I'm imagining sort of a canoe sized in length, and maybe like I don't know, maybe like a elephant, sort of maybe a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
I can't think. A lion sized maybe. Just slightly longer.
A lion-sized otter.
Yeah, be pretty crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Big Thick Otter Man. You think they what do otters do? Like specifically?
Swim.
I mean obviously they swim, but I mean like what's their purpose? What do we use otters for? They just kind of taking up air. Should we genocide them because of Dobar Chew?
No. The otters are not Dobar Chew. But otters are adorable. That's why. Don't genocide otters. We should genocide mosquitoes, though. Going on,
Can't
though.
think about the environmental impacts that will happen.
Oh, boy. What, our spiders will die?
We will die.
Shut up.
I said one thing.
Okay, so going on to the story. A woman named Grace or Granny Colony.
Granny? Hold on, back it up.
Connelly.
Say it again. Granny Connelly?
Granny Connelly.
That's her name.
Yeah.
Her legal name.
They call her Grace. But apparently her legal name is Granny Connelly. Grainne.
Okay, I want to know what her ethnic background is before I start, making fun of the name.
They lived in Ireland, apparently.
Oh, then yeah. What the fuck? Your name is Granny?
Granny Connelly. They lived close to Glendale Law. Just letting you know what time ahead. I'm probably gonna butcher a lot of these names. I have no idea what any of these Ireland pronunciations, whatever.
You pronounce it the same way Americans pronounce it, except if you say fuck, you say fuck.
But
like Skyrim, boosh!
In any case, the only person I'm gonna allow to bash me is Jacksepticeye. In any case, so
yeah, meaning all the other Irish people aren't allowed.
Yeah,
to.
No, screw them. I'm playing. I'm kidding. I love Irish.
Don't cancel me.
I love Irish people. I swear. You guys, I'll give you free alcohol. Maybe I'm not.
Okay, that's a little racist. Only a little.
It's stereotypical though.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's inaccurate, not because Irish people love alcohol. The better question is, who the fuck doesn't?
That's true.
Like pastors.
Well, I mean, Americans, they love their beer.
Yeah, Americans love beer. So it's not even like an Irish thing. It's just like,
let me have some ale.
Yeah, just in general, who doesn't? People who don't. That's it.
What are you, a liberal? I'm playing.
I
ain't. But yeah, no. Apparently, she lived they lived close to Glendale. I'm gonna just say that Glendale Law, and in a country Antrim, or county Antrim. Yeah, county. My bad. And they were visiting. She was visiting the lake one morning, to bathe and wash her clothes. There, a creature emerged from the water and violently attacked her. After she failed to return home, her husband went to look for her and found his wife dead by the side of the lake, with the creature that had killed her sleeping across her body.
You lost a fight to a lion-sized otter? I know that sounds like, okay, well, maybe. It's a lion-sized otter. You know what you have to do? Get out of the lake. Unless you were in the middle of the lake, you were bathing for some reason, like in the middle waiting, just, don't mind me. Get my soap in. And then out of nowhere it comes out, bites you in the badge, and then drags you down. You shouldn't have lost. You get to land and just... Wait, how old was she?
They didn't say.
Okay, because her name's Granny. I assume she's a fucking idiot.
It's not her name, though. Her parents named her that.
Yeah, but she didn't change it.
She went by Grace, though. I guess she attempted to by nickname.
Attempts aren't good enough.
Hey, you gotta be proud of the original name you were given.
Unless it's Granny. Unless it's Granny. Oh boy, it's raining outside.
Oh yeah, it is.
Let's hope the mic doesn't pick that up. But if it does,
I highly doubt it will.
I'm not changing shit. So,
yeah. But yeah, no.
Also, sleeping across her body, that's a power move.
Yeah, that's very arrogant of an animal. Like I said, these animals, for some reason, tend to have this very complex mind. They are almost close to human, it seems. Maybe monkey style,
Yeah, that's not chilling. That's power moving. He knew they'd come looking, so he figured he'd stretch out. Took down an old lady. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah, he's
see this scratch. This is my battle damage.
Bro, he's chimp pimping.
All he has to do is bite him and the nuts drag him into the lake. It's done.
Chimp pimping, my guy.
All right.
But yeah, no. The dad, not the dad. The husband, yeah. The husband comes, right? And drawing his dagger, the husband managed to kill the creature.
Drawing
his dagger.
I'm assuming that this is in the later times.
I don't know.
I'm gonna run off that assumption.
So he kills him with the dagger, and which he had recognized immediately as a Dobar Chew. So this guy, off the bat, knows Dobar Chew. He stabs that thing. He goes, "My wife's dead. Dobar Chew."
If he studied the Dobar Chew, he knew he was in for one hell of an ass beating after that.
Yeah, then. He just said, Dobarchu.
Yeah, Sniff killed the Dobarchu and knew that more were on its way. You stab it and then you just hear 3 come out and they're ready for a fight. If you think you can take 3 of them with a dinky ass dagger, you are fucked in the head.
That's D&D logic.
Well, for initiative, fucking doesn't matter. 3 of them.
All nat 20s, my guy.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, the one thing is, I'm gonna argue like, how did you get killed by 1, but 3, there's no chance.
Yeah. But as it died, it let out a strange whistle that summoned its mate.
What did I say?
From the loft.
What did I say?
So,
I'm paying attention.
Dude stabs it and just.
It goes. And it just. I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky. Dunkin' round. With something.
But, yeah, no, that happens. The second creature was said to have pursued him for several miles. This guy knew he was screwed. He said, I can't take this on. He left his woman there on the floor, bloodied and dead, half eaten probably, I would assume.
I imagine. After a snack, you usually
Yeah, yeah, just...
Why would you not? Cop a titty for a snack?
Oh, bro. Strange enough. But, yeah, no. Several miles. My question is, how fast are these things for him to run 7 miles? To pursue you 7 miles.
Yeah, imagine it's pretty slow. Because there's no way that he's running.
Several miles.
Running for several miles. Running.
Even
I get
with
out of breath after
adrenaline.
10 minutes. And that's pushing it. This guy ran for several miles.
I can maybe jog for a mile. I'm unfit, but the skink over here, very skinny man, and I'll tell you that this dude can probably a mile, maybe a mile and a half.
I don't know. I don't know my limit, but all I know is you ran for several miles and this thing's still chasing you. I can't imagine it's going very fast. And after that, would you just go into town, find someone with like a pitchfork, and just poke it?
If you run in there, everyone's coming out after the Dobarchu.
Well, yeah, everyone's gonna come out.
But I mean, you know what's gonna happen. He already knew. One Dobarchu's dead, more come.
And if it's smart, what it does is it sees him go into the village, and it's like, oh, I can't do this. It goes into the woods, and they're like, it's gone. Little do they know, it burnt down the orphanage in the night to draw you out as a power move. It's like, you, me, pistols at dawn. You show up, guess what? Wasn't planning on fighting you. 5 more Dobarchu. Jump on you. Yep. There you go. Done. These things smart, apparently.
Yeah. But several miles before he eventually confronted it and killed it.
Oh, my man's a badass.
So, you didn't kill it at the gravesite of your wife. The death site, I should say. Or the other death site of the other Dobarchu. No, you decided to run for 7 miles before going, I'm out of stamina. Turning around and then kill it.
I'm out of stamina. Guess I'll do this.
Yeah. If you're out of stamina after running several miles, not to imagine how exhausted your legs are, your adrenaline rush would have ran out long ago, 7 miles. Let alone, I don't know, just fighting something, outer sized line.
Personally, I think you just kick it. I think you just kick it and probably win.
Kick it in the neck.
Yeah, kick it in the neck. I don't care how tough things are. Kick it in the neck.
Or as my father says, shove your hand down its throat.
Yeah, shove your hand down, so pivot it to the ground and just fucking
it'll gag.
No. Once it's down on the ground, well, what do you think the next course of action is? You tear through its neck with your teeth. You got to teach it how to do it. Not give you a chance.
It's key.
It's dominance. Just like the Dobarchu. Learn from the Dobarchu.
Yeah.
Next time you kill something, I don't care what it is. A rabbit, take a nap on its corpse.
Yep.
I don't care what it is. But, okay. So, considering the dude ran, I'll give him one thing. Say he just kind of sees it come out as like, pivots to its dead mate, pivots to you. I'd probably run too.
Yeah.
But I'd say I'd probably stop after a mile after I notice that it's still going and be like, all right, I guess I have to fight it. But he ran several miles. I'm not just going to repeat the same thing just to pan out time or whatever. But the thing I'm getting at is just jump on its back and stab it.
Yeah.
Just jump on its back. Maybe it'll tackle you. Maybe it'll scratch you up. Maybe it'll bite you. The worst thing it can do is nick a vital artery. It's not going to drive its claw through your heart.
I'm almost positive there's people who survive bear attacks. A Dobarchu is more or less either as big or smaller.
Now say make this thing god-sized. Then I'd probably understand. If it could like toy with you with one claw, just put its nail on the back of your shirt. You try running, it just fucking drags you. It puts its mouth down on the floor. Just inhales.
It's having fun.
Like Kirby. But no, it's like a dog.
Yeah.
It's like the size of a dog, maybe a lion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, sure, I guess it's heavy, but no Dobarchu is gonna have the same agility as a human.
Yeah. I mean, that's you know the Chupacabra was actually confirmed. I'm not sure if I told you that.
Well, a type.
Yeah, a type of Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
I am Untitled Chapter.
El Chapo.
El Chapo's dog.
El Chapo's dog is the Chupacabra.
No, the Chupacabra.
You know, for all you Mexicans out there, I understand the troublesome that you have with these white people not pronouncing these correct. I'm playing, but I mean,
I'm not.
You know. Oh, what, you want me to say it? You want me to say it, huh?
No.
Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. Bask in your shame.
I'll be doing that over here. I'll be doing that.
Chupacabra.
Little do you know, I'm always basking in shame. So.
But
yeah, the Chupacabra got confirmed.
That's nice to know.
Well, kind of. I mean, like there were so many footages.
There was so many things of Chupacabras. Like
out.
Rat dog, but they called it a Chupacabra. It was just a dog with no fur.
Yeah, well, it wasn't just that. But like they had lots of different descriptions of it. They were like, it was a lizard with vampire fangs and bat wings, and it breathed candy, you know. But then the one that they discovered was actually a hairless dog. But the reason why they knew it was a Chupacabra was because it shared since it was so skinny, it showed that it was only feeding off of blood along with its fangs. And not only was it like hairless, but it contained different appendages or like digits / paw things, claws in a way. So they were like, let's just call it a Chupacabra and call it a day. And they did. And now it's in a museum.
Oh boy. But I
think he shot it.
Goat sucker, my guy.
I don't want to think about that. Goat sucker in many ways than one. There you go. I just implanted that idea in your head. And we're cutting this whole segment. Yeah.
Get it out of here.
I'm not gonna talk about goat sucking.
But back. We gotta backtrack.
Hola, mi amigo. Goat man, sex slave, the Chupacabra.
Oh goodness.
Hey, I ain't gay, but $20 is $20. A sacrifice is a sacrifice. Goatman's bridge. Viet.
You got Goatman versus Chupacabra.
Hey, they ain't versing, they fucking.
You sure about that?
They having sex.
Oh boy.
It's in the name.
It's in the name?
It's in the name. Goat sucker.
Okay. Now it is up to you, viewers or
They
listeners.
mispronounced one letter. Goat sucker, goat fucker. Alright.
It's up to you to decide whether or not it's gay.
Little bit.
In any case, back to the Dobarchu.
Yeah.
Got
so sidetracked.
So they say that story was no different from the hundreds of other cautionary folklore tales. But what does set it apart is that Grace Connelly's grave does exist.
Ooh.
It is a real physical grave, and it does show on the gravesite, even though it is faded and, messed up, it does show a creature of the Dobarchu.
That's the government. Oh, okay. Okay, I want to say two things. First of all, you already heard me starting. That's the government trying to cover it up. And the second thing, imagine dying And instead of putting loving words, I'm sure there were loving
They
words.
put
on
a
the grave,
picture of a Dobar chew
but
on
they
your
put
grave.
the picture of the thing that killed you and slept on your body. It made you its bitch, and they decided to honor her memory. Let's slap that shit on the only remembrance of her. You're not gonna remember Grace, or Granny. You're gonna remember the Dobar Chew.
that murked you.
Exactly.
My question is, what happened to the 2 bodies of the Dobar chew that were killed?
I assume we ate them.
Yeah.
Like dodos.
Yep. Made them go extinct.
You think Dobar Chews would taste any different from normal otters?
Tastes like chicken, probably.
It's true, they say. Tastes like chicken.
Yeah, no. They say that it attributes to her death, to the Dobar chew. Located in Conwell Cemetery, close to Kinlough, in County Antrim, Grace's grave is now badly weathered. A text largely illegible. However, a carving remains that appears to be a depict of a strange creature being pierced with a dagger. The locals maintaining
That's a bit more.
with the locals maintaining it as an image of a Dobar chew.
Sweet. I'd like to theorize that she just died to a regular otter. Like I don't want to dishonor. I don't because like now
Small
that
otter comes out, bites you on the neck.
now that I hear that she's dead, I'm feeling a little bad about making fun of her name, but not that much. Dude, cancel Skink. Done now.
Skink 145. Go follow him on Twitter.
I like to think. Save that for the end. Okay,
No,
but
we gotta cancel him now.
But get it done. Get it out of the way. Rip off the Band-Aid. But I like to imagine that she died to a regular otter, and they were like, you hear about that Dobar chew though? You know it would be cool. And then they fucking buffed up its size.
I will give you the second story now.
Oh boy, there's a second one.
Yeah, there's a second one. It is the same one, but it is described entirely differently. They miss out on a buttload of details, so I think this is just funnier. It's a more nutshelled funny kind of viewing of this, even though death isn't funny. You know, don't be sensitive.
We'll
though.
see. Death can be funny. Okay. Hold on. Back it up. We're taking what you said. You're challenging me. Death can be funny.
Okay.
Death can be funny. Someone dying may or may not be funny, but say hypothetically, someone's last words on a gravestone is, "What are you gonna do? Stab me?"
That's true.
That shit's funny, you know.
Yeah.
All right. See, we didn't get sidetracked that long.
Yeah. But here we go. In Ireland, a man got a hideous story about the Dobar chew. He said that one day his wife was doing laundry near the lake when she screamed.
Oh, now she's doing laundry. Now she has no reason to die by a Dobar chew.
Well, she was doing laundry before, but this time she
was bathing.
screams, which means the man visibly heard the scream. Not visibly, but audibly heard the scream.
Yeah.
The man went quickly to his wife with a shotgun.
Oh, now they have guns. Now there's no reason she should have died.
When he arrives, his wife is dead. And she was being eaten by a Dobar chew.
Sweet.
So the Dobar chew is no longer sleeping. It is alive. It is awake. It is...
It's copping a titty.
Yep. It's eating its new... I forget the name of the... It's eating a steak, my guy. You know?
A stake.
Yeah. The man shot the Dobar chew and killed it.
Fucking raw.
He shot the Dobar chew and killed it. One shot is all it took.
Makes sense. Because, like, now that we're retracting... Okay, so this guy ran. By the way, they have a shotgun. They don't have a horse. Maybe not, but you got a shotgun.
Yeah.
And you brought a dagger. I mean, I understand it's
well,
on
one
it's
story.
on sudden. It's on. I know, but now I'm considering if this is a different telling. If it's in an era where they have shotguns, and this is entirely in the hypothetical. If they have shotguns, why didn't he run back to the house and grab something better than a knife?
I don't know. In any case, though,
All right.
it wasn't on his part. He was going for the stealthy kill, Metal Gear Solid style.
Not with the second one. The second one was going for the brutality.
Yeah. But, yeah, no. He shoots the first one, kills it.
You guys know how this
Then-
video game twist goes.
The dead Dobar Chew gave off an eerie, high-pitched whistle, which was warning for its mate.
Oh.
It was warning that it was dying. The second Dobar Chew appears from the depth of the lake and tried to kill the man. After 10 minutes of a bloody battle, so a whole anime is happening here.
Sweet.
The man won because he had a weapon. That's all they say. He won because 10 minutes to
I like the first one better. The guy ran for several miles. It's like the why are you running? Why are you running? And then this one, he just, you think you're gonna beat me? Huh? And then he won. The other one has drama, thriller. It has a lot of filler. And then he turns around and faces the female Dobar Chew and kills it. It's a triumph in the end. This one, he just kills the first one. The other one comes out, racks another slug, kills the other.
Well, no, he
missed.
He has the miss because it's a 10 minutes after a bloody battle. A 10-minute
true.
battle.
That's true.
What fight lasts for 10 minutes?
When you have a shotgun, though. What, were you trying to load a shotgun, but you were so incompetent?
He's trying to load the shells in. They're just falling all over the floor as he keeps grabbing more from his pocket.
Better yet, he tries to load it. The other one just kind of grabs it every time and makes it in the barrel. Takes it out, fast hands. Nailing
Wait a
nat
minute,
20s
I gotta
on
load
sleight of
this.
hand check.
Uh,
Gets one in, fucking misses.
and mind you, they say a bloody battle.
That's true. He probably cut himself along the way.
He got a paper cut from the Dobar Chew.
Or he pinched himself racking the gun.
Yep.
One of the two.
It hurts. It hurts.
Or he whipped out the 22-inch serrated machete from Pigman.
Pigman came out the forest and slaughtered the Dobar Chew for him.
That's why it was bloody.
Yep.
It took 10 minutes because he was all over the body.
Yep.
And then he ate it.
The man said that the Dobar Chew almost killed him. That's how they end the story for that version.
Okay. All right. I can't think of anything about that. I can't think of anything that I haven't already said.
It's still, like I said, this one's more of a nutshell. The one is the first story that it tells sounds like medieval.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, the wife goes out, I'm gonna wash clothes
And herself.
Yeah. And myself. And she goes out.
Getting dragged under.
But she's near the lake, She's getting the herpes out, and washing off her bloodstained clothes after the nice medieval battle. And
Just finished
Dobar
decapitating
Chew,
her neighbor.
Yeah, Dobar Chew comes out, kills her, and the man's like, well, madam, she's been gone for a long time. I best go search for her. And he walks out with a dagger and
Singular dagger, not
yeah.
bringing its broadsword. Doesn't think it's
5-inch blade.
5-inch. He's got a box cutter.
Man walks up, suited, full armor. If you play For Honor, imagine Lawbringer armor. He's got a dagger in his hand, 5 inches only though.
Now I'm imagining Lawbringer with a box cutter. Legal on planes.
And he basically walks up to the otter, right in the neck, kills it. He's like, ha, my wife.
Wait, why not just snap its neck?
And because it's not Metal Gear Solid.
I mean, it might not be easy, but it's possible. Oh, that's true. It's a big
It's
otter.
a big boy.
I was thinking of a regular
Otters
otter.
have very wide heads, even for a small creature.
Yeah, regular otters, I assume you could just Lenny it. Just grab it with one hand, just squeeze.
To clarify, to clarify,
Mice and Men.
Yeah, Mice and Men. Lenny from Mice and Men.
Oh boy.
But and then there's that one. Oh, and running heavy armor, a dagger, and he runs for 7 miles in that heavy armor.
In that heavy armor, while the other thing's just kind of strolling about.
It's probably why it was 7 miles. He's probably said 7 miles. He probably meant 7 minutes.
I meant probably 7M, and they just assumed
that it was miles.
Not to mention, if it's in Ireland, why are they using miles? Don't they use kilos?
I don't know.
I'm not saying kilograms. Shut up. Kilometers. So yeah, I'm assuming they just took it as 7M in the translation, and they were like, damn.
That was Miles.
That was terrifying. He was just walking, and the thing was like tailing him.
That's
after
one
a while,
hell of a man.
And after a while, he was like, "You just want to fight?" I thought you'd never ask. And then it died.
Yeah. And then the next one is more or less set in like maybe like 1980s.
Just walks out.
You know, he's a
honey,
farmer.
you done wash it? Boy, I'm gonna stop you right there. Other honey, go get my shotgun.
Yep.
Missed 2 shots, and then just fucking beat it with the butt end of a shotgun for the rest of the other 10 minutes.
Since we know this is Ireland, he's a potato farmer.
There was a potato famine.
Ah.
Potato famine. Imagine if it was going on during the potato famine.
That would be crazy.
That would be a whole meal. You think they only ate potato? No, that's ridiculous.
How much they would
Shut
sell
up.
for a Dobar Chew?
I cut myself off. Shut up.
But yeah, no. The second one is just sort of a shoot to kill. But everything else, just to top off this cake with frosting and the cherry on top, is the Dobar Chew. Has many names, and 2 of the more ridiculous ones I found was the father of all otters or the king of otters.
I think my favorite one is Furfucker69. I totally didn't just make that up. Can we get it going, boys? Reddit, do your work. Furfucker69.
r/rule36.
Official name of the Dobar Chew.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah.
It also does take on Sea King, but I don't believe it deserves the title Sea King.
Ever heard of a mosasaur? I don't imagine a Dobar Chew lost to a fucking dude with a 3-inch box cutter and could snap a mosasaur in half.
I don't. Nessie versus a Dobar Chew.
That's
Nessie wins.
I can't even make a meme about that.
Nessie wins.
It's just Nessie wins.
Nessie wins. He's like what, a 1,000-pound dino?
It's a plesiosaur.
Versus a what, probably at most 500-pound Dobar Chew.
Yeah. I mean, I think even if it were, I wouldn't think it's 500 pounds.
I just think the Dobar Chew...
If it was 500 pounds, then it could just lay on anyone and they die.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean...
Maybe that's how we killed the granny.
Sleeping on the corpse, you know?
Maybe sat on her. It just suffocated. Sat on her.
That's probably why I was so arrogant.
Maybe.
Maybe Dobar Chew's just where Snorlax originated from.
You think you can pierce my fat? That didn't even hurt. But now I'm leaking grease.
But a mere wound.
But a flesh wound. 'Tis but a... Shut up. I can't quote Ponty Mata.
Oh, he's leaving the room. I guess that's the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have to call it. And he left. And he's back.
Bitch. I'm back.
These quote unquote unforeseen events. They all include very arrogant animals.
That is true. We do have, except for Pigman. Pigman's living his life and people are making fun of him.
Yeah, don't make fun of Pigman.
Yeah, okay. I actually meant to talk about this. So, you think that when Pigman was naked in the second story, he was on LSD, which is why he ran at the man? Yeah. He was on hard drugs.
Like, started hitting trees. That's why he couldn't catch up to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, he was so high he couldn't run straight.
Yeah.
Maybe that makes sense. Pigman... Best cryptid? Question mark? I can say that. I live in... Oh, I just doxed myself.
Oh, you just doxed me as well.
I'm cutting that shit. I live in Alaska.
You could just beep it out.
I live in Tennessee.
I live in Miles.
I live under the Go-Man Bridge.
No, it's Shane's Bridge.
Oh yeah, I live under Shane's Bridge. The Old Alton Bridge. Okay, that went from being Old Alton's Bridge, Goatman's Bridge, to Shane's Bridge, to the Den of Rescuedskink.
Yep.
Fuck that bridge.
You want to find us? Just look up,
look down.
Yeah. I don't know.
Enough said. We live in the center of the earth. God, that's a stupid bit. I don't want to keep that in there.
No. You're going to have to do it, though.
Watch me. All right, so I think that more or less sums it up for the whole thing.
So it's Krampus?
Yeah.
Or La Llorona? Or the Grinch.
Dude, you think the Grinch was actually based not on Krampus, not on La Llorona, but on pedophiles? Or home invaders? Okay, now that I think about it, that's a terrible thing.
Yeah, no,
because
I don't think
he
Grinch
doesn't
is-
steal children. He steals children's hopes and dreams. You sure he's not built on a pedophile?
Takes their innocence.
Yeah, he takes their innocence.
That's
fucked. But I mean, you can't say there's not connections.
I mean, I guess, but in the end of the movie, he marries one of the women because one of the women love him.
No, you're talking about the live action Grinch. And even then,
Jim Carrey.
You don't know if that's a cover
If
up for his
that's
true
the
intentions.
case, that
See,
Jim
here's the thing.
Carrey played the role of a pedophile.
Okay. How about this? If you want it to be a more politically correct statement, the Grinch wasn't based on pedophiles. The Grinch was based on Jared Fogle. Think about it. Stealing children's innocence. He has his own agenda in his little lair. Jared's was the basement. His was a mountain. All right? And on the surface, they looked like they were happy with their families. Jared Fogle had his wife and children. And the Grinch had the Max. I'm not talking about the dumb broad. She turned him down. And then she was like, oh no, I'm better now. Fuck you.
I love you.
Yeah, get fucked. I don't do that. You're either loyal from the beginning, or you can fuck yourself, alright? Just cause he's green, Dave's racist. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's pretty racist.
I'll tell you that. There was a lot of racism.
The Grinch is he's just got more hair than the regular.
Yeah. The Grinch, next cryptid.
Yep.
Alright. But yeah, I think that just about does it. I believe we covered everything. Do you want to lead us out or me?
Well, I let in. I believe it is only rightful so that you lead us on out. From here on out, the Rescued Skink, please lead us to the end.
All right, so I believe that takes us to the end of the podcast. Thank you, everyone, for listening or watching, depending on where you're hearing this on. If you're on YouTube, our social medias will be in the description. And if you're on Spotify, we'll just say them now. You can find me on Twitter at skink145, twitch.tv/rescuedskink, and YouTube at Rescuedskink as well. As for the Mexican Pug,
you can find me on Twitter at TheMexicanPug, on Twitch as the Skinks moderator, or maybe, we're not sure yet, soon to be Twitch streamer as the Mexican Pug with 2 G's, and my YouTube channel, the Mexican Pug.
Yeah, they're all more or less the same.
Yeah.
With the only exception of my Twitter handle being just dropping Rescued. So, yeah, thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. This has been Clink 45.